Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month and you gain access to some cool emotes. If you are interested in becoming a member of any of our games, we do have one open slot available in the Friday evening game, which is an epic level campaign, where they are exploring the Outer Realms and exploring every single plane of existence that they can find while pursuing personal goals. They're currently level 19, and they plan on going well beyond level 20 in this campaign. In addition to that, if you are interested in joining the Friday early game, we need 2 more players to get that fired off and going. Be sure to reach out to me and let me know. So, go ahead, Kat. Give us that recap.
All right. So, we started the last session by trying to investigate a little bit more about how to earn Mahadi's invitation into the party. And so, in an effort to help out with that, Bardakov and Samdi go to visit Kenny Penny, who is a captain in the shipping yards, to try and learn what they can about Davina and see if there's any sort of angle that they could use to either manipulate her or persuade her in a more, just having to know weaknesses kind of thing. And Kenny Penny reveals that the Spaldings treat her as more of a asset and less of a kid, as a cherished child. It's more of a, you're useful because you could be married out kind of thing. At the same time, that morning, Monkey and Glenn have gone out to feed the masses with breakfast sandwiches. And they keep buying the same amount every week, but somehow they end up with more left over every single time. And you'd think the crowds would be getting bigger. Instead, they're getting smaller. And seems like people are either not showing up or going missing for some reason that we have yet to investigate. Also, at the same time, Kat messages Davina and asks if she would like to go dress shopping with her at the same time, and which she agrees to, and somehow they strike up a little bit of rapport. Primarily because Kat is capable of giving a real opinion to Davina instead of just, worshipping the ground she walks on, which she's getting a little tired of. It seems that she's both powerless in a certain sense, and also no one is really honest with her. And so she's kind of caught in this very dry, very she doesn't have any real friends, but she also can't do anything with her family, and so Kat being honest with her and being a little bit more real about how she feels about things really struck a note with Davina. And so they do some shopping and some talking, and Kat kind of puts in her mind a little bit that if you want to mess with, if you want to not feel so powerless all the time, kind of poke at the power system a little bit, who happens to be your dad, and kind of shake things up a little bit. And that would be a good way to kind of show her dad what she's capable of and earn some more respect, at the same time as making herself a much more valuable match. Because, yes, they could marry her and be part of the Spaldings, or she could also be a power to herself and draw in a better potential marriage. So as that, Kat suggests to her to invite Mahani as a mentor and also an antagonist to her father to the party, which she agrees would be a good idea. Um, so we're able to finish our dress shopping. Kat gets whisked along to about 4 or 5 more meals before, the early afternoon, and is saved when Davina is called back to the estate. At that point, the group gathers around because Reese had been trying to catch up on some of his office work. We regather and we decide that we are going to get Ian, the scribe of the priest of Tezu who has gone missing, and we are going to go find that windmill. On the way out of the main part of the city, Reese kind of decides he's going to heckle one of the guards a little bit, to which Katarine busses at him a little for drawing too much attention to us instead of just making it a routine interaction. And so we get our wristbands to be able to come back into the city, and we head to the windmill. We are trying to investigate it, but we do a quick little scouting with Glenn being invisible while he does so. But as we walk up, Reese notices a imp who is invisible on the roof and goes to try to confront it under the guise of scouting, but the imp is scared away. And it is possible that he was either a familiar or contracted to Tezu, so that we kind of have blown our quiet approach. As we go to open the door, it is blown out with a cascade of moths and like biting insects. And we have found Tezu, or he has found us, and he is a corrupted version of himself, fully having given in to Infernitis. So part of what he is able to do is to sicken people and weaken them, and so several of our party members end up cursed, some of them in multiple ways, both with susceptibility to poison, losing our health, being, at one point we were afraid of him. Some of us were cursed for that, and through a fairly difficult little fight, we were able to get him uncomfortable. He tried to flee. That's when we were able to finish him off after he tried to steal, after he tried to curse Reese on the way out. And so it is at that point where we are just fresh from the battle that has weakened all of us, most of us, I should say, and that is where we start.
All right. So, very important to remember, everybody, your hit point maximum has decreased and will maintain at that. Your level up did not recover all of your hit points, everybody, so make sure you have that adjusted properly. Because by the looks of it, most of y'all are still full. Like max full.
Because I made my saves.
But anyways, Reese, something important happened during that fight. You let go of your gentlemanly composure, and you invoked your power within the church itself. Would you like to describe what you currently look like with everybody seeing it for the first time?
So Rhysand himself, his skin is red. His eyes that usually like spin with like a purple energy is blazing yellow. With instead of the whites that are in his eyes, just pure black. So it's black eyes with like the spinning yellow rings. You see small little horns coming out of him. It's weird because he doesn't have wings, but his shadow does have wings, and they look very similar to how you guys have seen the fly spell work with him. And yeah, he's just very devil looking.
Anybody who's proficient in insight can tell that there is definitely a shift to his composure right now.
You love me's possessed. No, I'm kidding.
No, this is just me.
All right there, Reese.
Of course, of course.
It's a neat trick.
Hmm?
That's a neat trick.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of like how your companion can turn into celestial. I myself have certain powers.
I don't turn into a celestial. I am a celestial. There is a difference.
Debatable. And like after a minute, the form does go away. I go. Just remember who you're working with. I know I've stated it before, but I'm a little softer with you guys than my normal crowd. So just keep that in mind.
God, I've been holding back this whole time.
I know.
Immediately, we proceed to Caesar you.
His
Everyone
back.
takes
Get
out a
him.
dagger out of nowhere.
He's back. Just stab him.
Yeah.
Don't worry. None of you are in my crosshairs, so it's not anything to be concerned about.
But what is a concern? And she just like, and she is like, she's pale anyway. She looks dead. Cause she got hit with one of the curses. Like she is just, like lips are blue. Like she looks like she's dead. She looks like Glenn.
Yeah. Oh, snap, cat. You all right? You kind of looking like me over there.
That's part of the concern. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I feel very weak.
Are you okay to continue on, or should we get you back somewhere?
I don't know.
So just as a refresher, who here say I if you are currently cursed once?
I think I had fear, but I didn't have the curse.
If you were feared, then you were cursed.
Oh.
Okay, let me.
And I was then once.
Because there was two. There was one that affected your hit point maximum, and then one that was the fear and poison, I believe, for the two.
Yeah, there's one where he focuses with the breath, when the breath came out and destroyed the door. And then the other one was the aura.
Yeah, I didn't get hit by the door. I know that because I was out of the way.
Alright.
I think it was his aura, and then you said I was furred.
Yes, that comes from the aura. So Glenn, do you have two or one?
I have one. I've been feared. That's it. But I passed the other save.
All right. I know somebody else failed the door. There was 3 of you that did.
Me.
Well, that's 2. Who was the
I
third?
Artikov was a mist. I remember that.
All right, let me scroll back up.
Bart was still
pretty
right
sure-
in front of it, even as a mist.
Yeah.
Mist doesn't make you invulnerable to damage, especially supernatural curses from the hells.
Yeah.
No, I just managed to. pass the save
succeeded?
'cause It gave me advantage.
Samdi,
Might
did
have
you
been
succeed?
Me, then.
Okay. Well, then everybody keep in mind that you do have your curses, and those of you that have your hit point maximum decreased, keep that on your token.
I already have my hit point maximum decreased.
Good.
Yeah. So I think, like, seeing how fucked up Cat is.
And
Bart's
Samdi,
comfortable.
and Glenn, and Monkey.
Yeah, but I don't care about them.
I didn't get damage to my hit point maximum. I didn't take.
You're
any
still
damage, I just got feared.
cursed.
Right.
You still
Okay.
look
Yeah.
fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, because you now actually could take poison damage.
Right.
Yeah, Bart's gonna walk over to Cat, like, hang on, let me see if this helps perk things up. And he'll just, like, put his hand on her shoulder, put in 5 points of lay on hands.
Nothing happens.
Do I still lose the points?
Yeah.
Ooh, no. Well, this is
can I
going to
take
be
this time?
unfortunate.
Can I take this time to examine what happened and like kind of try to figure out what it is?
Sure. You can roll me a religion check.
Religion. Nice. Hatata. 19.
Ooh.
I don't know why it rolled with advantage.
If only.
I
19.
know.
Whatever ailment that this priest was able to produce definitely came from a higher source of granted magic, similar to that of warlocks. However, it seems much more localized and focused and channeled through. The plaguing nature, by the looks of it, you can guess that your companions who are plagued by this, the ones that were hit by the bugs themselves, their bodies will reject divine healing magics and possibly even natural recovery.
So, respectfully, you guys are fucked. You are unable to receive any divine help. And I think even my magic, even though it comes from arcane means, might mess with that healing factor too. So your best bet is you probably have something similar to like a mummy rot.
Son of a fuck.
Yeah, it's the first thing I could think of.
So the way I see it, we have two options. We kill them and bring them back to life. Like, turn it off, turn it back on again. Or we go seek out more powerful help.
Yeah, I can remove it. I just need diamond dust.
Is anything left of Tazu, Joey?
You see that among the pile of soot that lies there now, there's something shining inside of all of it.
I will pick it up.
Alrighty. You lift out a holy symbol of Asmodeus. Much more ornate than most of the ones that you've seen people wearing in your life. And of course, because of the knowledge that Bart, Glenn, and Monkey have, Bart, Glenn, and Samdi have, from asking all the questions, you can see the symbol of the horns going up and down that is hidden within it that shows the relationship to Infinitus.
Am I still worried about going towards where his corpse used to reside, or is that kind of...
No, you just
okay.
have a sensation to watch your back.
Right.
And on the point of powerful allies, I think that we deserve a little something for taking care of this problem.
You're gonna try and go to the
hopefully we
church and ask for help?
I mean, last time with Sandy, it was a purely transactional relationship. It was what, 1,000 gold for restoring his mind? Which almost seems worth it. This should be as simple as the same sort of thing. We need to stop getting in these situations. They're getting expensive.
Yes. Part of Asmodeus' teaching is don't make a deal. When you make a deal, make sure it's in your favor the most. It's just one of the things we learned. So if they see you're desperate pleads mean desperate trade, you know.
Oh, I'm not desperate.
Okay.
It's
Depends.
more of, we did
No,
you
your
a
interest in
favor.
Gabriel seems to indicate otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Kat?
Derailed. Sorry.
Sandy just snorts out a moth. Just
I was going to say something, but that fucking comment just Just
Sorry,
did
I'll
it.
let you finish. I need to go pee.
But, no, I think
Peace.
that we did them a favor. I think that we can have a favor done in return. That's more of it, Reese.
You may certainly try. I'm just letting you know that my church deals with things that are concrete. Saying you dealt with someone and not having the proof of it might be
I
an issue
have
too.
it.
It's a holy symbol. Doesn't mean anything.
Are you telling me they don't put barcodes on this thing?
No. I mean, some are more recognizable. than
Serial
others.
numbers, maybe?
Like mine's is, and I pull mine's out. Mine's is a pick. So I mean, obviously mine's a little bit specific.
I am convinced that your church puts serial numbers on them.
And
would be
anyone who is capable of identifying could probably understand that was his.
Of course, and I'm not saying that I'm against it.
Well, I think there's
Be
only one way to
careful.
find out. We just go and check out, right?
Yeah, just be careful with who you do deals with in there.
I'm learning that very quickly from you.
Of course.
So, as you are beginning to walk back through the field, Monkey, at your advanced heightened state, you can see further out than everybody else in the party right now. Even as you're starting to slowly shrink down back to your previous tall height. Roll me a perception check, as dusk is settling fairly quickly right now.
All right. Boom.
Oh,
That would be a nat 20 for 22.
Oh shit!
You see those moths that this creature had, this creature, hard to distinguish which it would be considered, had floating around themselves. And they seem to be going and flying over the crops and dropping soot on top of them.
Oh. I'm pretty sure you all see it too. What do you think about them, their moths and how they're dropping stuff, little bits of soot and whatever? See right over there, there's some more over there.
see what now?
Anybody shorter
Yeah.
than 6 feet tall, you have no chance of seeing over the tall corn.
It's like right there. There's some moths that here. And I will how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna roll a 5-sided die.
There it goes.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I attempt to pick up Somdi and lift him up on my lift him up.
Samdi, do you allow this to happen?
Somebody who's just like coughing up a moth again, just what the fuck?
Exactly, that mouth like that right over there. You see there? Right over there.
And now that he's
What?
holding you up high enough, you can see them, Samdi.
Mm.
I'm going to use my boots and just fly up 2
Oh.
inches.
Bummer.
So
I was
can see
picturing
above.
Glenn jumping. Me next, me next.
We make it look like somebody's picking you up, but you're actually just flying on the boots.
Walking out from that field, you see shit. It wasn't Timmy. What was
Jimmy.
the name of the acolyte?
Ian.
Thank you. Ian
You're
and
welcome.
Gavriel both are walking out of the crops towards you all. Gavriel smiling and waving, and Ian looking frightened and concerned. As they are walking up, who here is proficient in medicine?
I believe.
Yes.
Nope.
I'm a jack of all trades.
This requires proficiency specifically, unfortunately.
I know.
You look at them.
Hold on.
I'm not.
Yeah, Samdi?
I'm not.
I was
What?
wondering if it was my background.
You guys want it? be proficient with medicine?
It wouldn't
I
be
can make you
surprise me if somebody
proficient.
was.
Take a
With
young
medicine.
sinner's hand.
How about I bite that hand?
So, Bart, you are proficient in medicine?
I am.
When you see the two of them walking forward, you see a little bit of that like soot settled on their hair, and there's this little gray blemish on Gavriel's cheek, and on Ian's as well.
Would I? So what? They're being affected by the moth flakes.
It
Frosted
seems like
moth flakes.
the moth flakes are affecting them just from walking through the crops.
Oh. Can I make a check to see if I know how serious this would be for them?
You may, yes. And for this, Reese, you could join in.
I haven't made it clear that I've noticed anything yet.
Oh, good point. Never mind.
I wouldn't know.
And just a reminder, it's
Oh
always
my god.
It's gonna be
Everybody
one of
with
those
nat 20s.
sessions, eh?
Oh shit!
Y'all are gonna die. It's not my fault. The dice have decided.
Burn them now. Burn them now.
But Bart,
Do I just hear unbridled joy in Bart's brain?
I have no idea. But Bart, as you get over, which of the two are you examining more closely, Gavriel or Ian?
Ian, because I want to get an idea of the severity without drawing attention.
Okay.
Mhm.
You go over to Ian, and he looks you in the eyes, blinking a few times, and you, being a paladin, you have no concern for diseases and things like that. So you peel the flake across his cheek a little bit, and ow! And you see when it's peeling away, that flake didn't settle there. It is his skin is blemishing like that. This is rotting away his skin. This is definitely something that needs concern for any person who's not extremely adept at surviving harsh climates and conditions. So not adventuring parties.
Oh, I say nothing.
Okay. What is that? Ah! Ow.
I think you just had some corn husks stuck in your cheek, Ian. Don't worry about it.
Deception check, please.
Corn?
Ooh. He's an acolyte. Wow!
I don't suppose he has a -6.
You can
No.
just tell him to figure. You can just tell him to figure it out his own damn self.
I got 2 uses of lucky left. Not worth it.
Not worth it.
And that's why I always start my day with a big bowl of moth
My,
flakes.
my hatred for Gavril does not extend to wasting resources.
Fair.
My enjoyment of your hatred does.
Does he respond to the fact that he can see I'm lying to him?
No.
Cool. I don't know he knows that I know, so I don't
Oh,
know
he
that
has a clear look on his face that he knows. He just, what is he going to do? Argue with you?
Fair. Alright. Okay, I'm trying to spare your feelings. We should get that looked at.
You
But
should
we're
see a
doing-
doctor about that.
Yeah, but we're going in that way anyway.
Oh,
Good news.
is he
You're
sick?
maybe. Good news though, Ian. You're free of your contract with what's his face?
What? And he rolls up his sleeve and the tattoo is still there.
Oh.
If
You're
he
not-
is turned into a devil, then he did not actually die. He's just in the other plane.
God damn it. Okay. Well, next time we run into him, let me kill him.
I don't regret what I did.
Do not worry, Ian. I'll carry you back to town. And he just picks him up.
Well, you
Meanwhile,
guys are
Cat's
doing
like,
that. I'm gonna
like,
pull back.
like,
Yet you do know that our arrangement does not extend to me carrying you.
I'm aware of this.
Good.
Oh, wait, Princess. He drops Ian immediately. Just unceremoniously.
It's
Oh.
fine.
And-
And Bart just flicks his fingers.
Important thing when Ian is dropped, Monkey, because you had that 22 perception, you see as he falls on the ground and coughs, there's a little bit of that soot in the air.
Nice.
I don't say anything.
Oh, Ian.
So- Yeah, Sandy's just going to look at Ian. I'm gonna cast telekinesis on him.
Okay. Ow, that really, huh?
Just twirls my fingers. He spins in the air. Whoop. Shit. Alright, you're
he's
coming with us.
dying, and now he's motion sick.
Princess, do you prefer piggyback or do you want fireman?
The fireman
sure.
is a little less dignified.
Very
A
well.
little
And he
more?
crouches down to give you a piggyback ride.
And she's just like, oh, like,
No. The bear appears. This is not. No, we're not doing this.
Oh, very well.
Get on the bear.
I'm so tired.
I know. We'll get some demon devil worshippers to fix it. Or demon worshippers. I'm not really that fussed. Anyway, I take it we need to report back to the church with this. I have a feeling they'll be interested to know that one of their higher-ups has ascended to devilhood.
Oh, do you think that this what happened?
I mean,
What we all try to do at some point.
Yeah, I'm
That's what
pretty sure
most
this
of-
is considered a promotion in the
Yeah.
church.
normally I would agree, but I don't think ascending to be a devil of Infernatus is particularly on the promotion scale.
So, in a
Ah.
normal
It's
sense,
a lateral move.
in a normal sense, it would because of the importance of Infinitus. The issue is the current situation of Infinitus, so that's why it's not a good. But in a normal situation,
Like being
Just one of the
promoted in a
followers.
different company.
yeah. Well, they played for the same team until current events happened.
He needed a non-compete contract.
Yeah.
And Sandy's just walking away with the flying. You just see as he's walking into like a field or something. You just see above the corn line. There's just Ian floating along.
I would like to hang back a bit and just investigate that area we had that fight at the windmill with. I
And-
don't know if anyone else would want to do that. Because
Sure.
the minute you report it, they're going to have people over here checking everything.
That's fair. And Cat comes down off of the bear, and she will help investigate.
So,
Or do the investigate.
yeah, I was trying to catch some point when we were walking and she was on the bear.
Okay.
But what bear then got back off. So at some point, Princess, later on, if you have a moment, I'd like to ask you something personal and, kind of private like.
She connects mentally with him. There's always I could talk to you like this, or would you rather speak?
Start walking away, and then I say out loud, yeah, we can discuss it later. And then in my head, I will respond to you. Little concerned when Ian there fell on the ground a bit ago. There was a dust that came out of his mouth. Kind of like the moth thing. I don't know. I don't know if it'll spread. I don't know if we should kill him. I don't know if we should get him somewhere cured. I don't know if that's the same thing that's going to happen to you and Glenn and Somdi, but something's going on. We got to be careful, like.
That sounds like it's a curse that is meant to infect others.
And I put on my bandana around my nose. My mouth.
It's the plague!
All right, so
Wear
Reese
your face mask.
and Kat, anybody else hanging back behind to investigate the windmill?
Yeah, I'll help out.
Okay. Move inside of the windmill. Now let me describe what it is you all are looking at. Monkey, I'll make you small again in case you want to watch or if you want to interact. The outside of the windmill, there are four windows that, or five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total windows that peer inside, but they're at different levels and heights. This one here is the lowest to the ground, then the second lowest, third, fourth, fifth, and this one's all the way at the top. On the base, on the outside, there are 3 pavilions, these little tiny cloth roofs that have some stored material underneath them as well. Inside, directly in front of you, there's this incredibly large cylinder of brick that has the entire windmill's mechanisms heading down into the middle of it. And inside, it seems to be turning and churning wheat in order to process it somehow, some way. Aside from that, the staircase itself goes all the way up to the very top of the windmill, where you can actually see the mechanism of the blades outside rotating and spinning around. On the right side of this room, there is a lifted shelf that looks to be about 25 feet long, 10-ish feet wide, and there are these very raggedy looking ladders that lead all the way up there. The shelves up there do have crates, barrels on top, and underneath it on the ground as well, stored and located. So, whoever is going to be investigating, you need to go to a different zone to do your investigation. If you're helping somebody, then go to that same zone.
I will help Kat because my investigation is pants.
And I'm staying within about 5 to 10 feet of Bart like I usually do.
Just at all times.
All right. Well, then, Kat, since you're bringing people with you, where are you going to investigate?
I'm going to, I mean, pretty much where I'm at. I just want to see, like, if they're, like, what all's in, like, the storage and all that.
So, underneath or on top?
Underneath, I think.
Okay. Reese, you said you wish to investigate. Where would you like to go?
What were the 3 areas? It was
There are the pavilions outside, underneath, which has Kat and Bart working at it, up top,
Okay.
on top of that shelf, as well as the grain that's being churned by the windmill.
I'm gonna check the grain that's being turned by the windmill, and then I'm also gonna cast detect even good since I have it once a day as a free cast. Just to have that up, and I'm looking for like specifically demons a fiend, just in case.
Okay.
Joe, you said on top there was like a rigid ladder you would have to climb to get up there.
Yeah, onto the up here, on
Can I
top
just
of the
have-
shelf.
Can I just have Glenn just fly up there to check it out
Yeah, of course.
instead of?
I see Glenn going up there, and I go, "You're gonna check up there?"
Yep, that is the plan. Don't want anybody
Okay.
else trying to slip on that. That doesn't look
Okay.
too stable.
I agree with that. Just in case, take a little bit of luck with you, and I'm gonna inspire him.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
bards make group activities really fun. And yours
nice.
is a D8 or D10 at this point?
I'm checking. I think it's a D8 still.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a D10. I think
It's a D10 now. Nice.
D10. It's a D10.
Okay. All right.
It's a
So
level 15.
we'll start with you, Kat. Wait, Samdi, you did not pick anywhere. You could just chill outside if you really don't want to engage with it.
Just tormenting Ian.
Okay.
Just. Woo, woo.
God, I'm reenacting fucking Mad Eye. Just the scene in the Harry Potter film where he's just like with the fucking little, what's it called? It's a spidery thing, and it's just like up, down, whoop, 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 whoop. Reese got it.
Imperious Curse? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Treating him like a toy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot what his name was, but I know who you're talking about. Moody.
Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah, Mad Eye Moody.
Alrighty. So, Kat, I would like you to start. You have advantage because Bart is helping you.
All right. Boop. 24.
Okay. Next up, Reese. I would like you to roll as well.
Okay. I will use one of my lucks.
All
So
right.
I have one left to reroll that. 14.
And now Glenn.
I am going to use both my Bardic Inspiration and my D6. So that is a 16 plus the Bardic is a D10.
Yes.
That's a 20 plus my D6, so 25.
Alrighty. Let's resolve Kat's first. Kat, as you move underneath and you start seeing all of these crates and barrels down here, the vast majority of them look relatively clean, not obnoxiously so, just relatively so. You can tell that there is definitely use to this windmill on a regular basis. Store goods, store things, ship them out, process the grain, store them here, things like that. So on the surface level, there's nothing that interesting. However, when you open up the lids to the barrels and the crates, you do notice that they have soot on top of them. Just across the top. And it almost looks like a very faint fungal growth around the inside of the lids of all of these barrels that house the food for the general population of this city. In addition to that, as you are looking through, you do note that one of the barrels is significantly smaller than the rest. It looks almost like a keg would look. And it's a little bit smaller than like your stomach up to your neck.
I'm supposed to look into that barrel.
All right. You open it up, and it's filled with these black seeds, just littered all the way up to the top. Black seeds.
I'm going to have poor sweet little Misha touch both the fungal growth and the black seeds, and I'm going to identify them.
Okay.
God damn it, you were such an abuser.
Right. Poor Misha.
Listen, he gets like pistachios and stuff. You know, it's like he gets compensated for his time and effort.
I love it. Nobody pointed out the fact that I say you're such an abuser. Meanwhile, I am tormenting the scribe.
Listen, it's a different thing between people and animals.
Okay. We'll finish your identify once we resolve everybody else's everything.
Okay.
Next, Reese. When you cast your Detect Evil and Good, you did not get any senses immediately. Until, of course, Kat started opening up some of the barrels and crates, and then you could sense desecration inside of that fungal growth over there. And then once you climb up onto the wall, no longer having 1 foot of stone breaking your senses from inside, you immediately get a large ping of desecration underneath. Now, there is a churning arm inside of this that makes it difficult for you to look through without knowing how to stop this. Would Reese have any knowledge on how to stop a windmill?
Jack of all
So-
trades.
Used to be a peasant.
Lance and
before
donkey.
he-
Lance and donkey.
He was a peasant and a laborer at one point.
You were a
in his
laborer?
life. Yeah.
This is the
No.
laborer's district.
No, sorry, he worked in the tavern as a performer. Never mind. Yeah.
Not a
didn't have the-
laborer. Okay. No
yeah,
clue.
not a laborer.
Okay. So you can sense desecration down there somewhere. You just don't know what it is because the churning is continuing. And, well, you could jump down there and try to outrun it, but you're not quite sure how fast it's moving. It's like a train. If you've ever been next to a train, it deceptively looks slow. It's not.
But I can see the bottom.
No, you
outside
can
of the-
you can
that weird
see
gear.
all of the grain that's being churned in there.
Oh, okay.
You can sense something underneath that, though.
Okay. And I would let Kat know, hey, Kat, there's desecration, whatever you just pulled up.
Misha's
As well as
currently
underneath
touching
us.
it.
Yeah. As well as underneath us.
No, it's Misha, you know, because he can cast touch spells.
Yeah, he's just touching it for you right now. Waiting
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah. And whatever is also desecrated, it's below us too.
You're such nice
Oh.
people to Misha.
Have you voiced your desire to stop the windmill?
No.
Okay.
I guess letting you know down below us, it's desecrated. There's like a weird wheel thing. I don't know how to stop it or move it or turn it. So
Do I see the gears?
You do, but would you have any knowledge of tinkering whatsoever?
No, but I see that the things are turning, and to stop them turning, if I stop them.
That is if you have knowledge about this. You have to remember, people who don't know anything about gears have no idea how it works. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh God.
Hey.
Flat roll. Yeah, bitch.
Oh my gosh!
You know, the easiest solution to most shit is just fucking kill it. A magical weapon in the gear would stop it from moving.
That is exactly what I was planning on doing.
You have to give me a sleight of hand.
And I just
Sleight of hand to time it perfectly to actually get it through the gears.
I see what you're doing, right?
I'm gonna use my
Yeah.
game advantage on this.
I go, hey, Bardakov, here's a little. Oh, never mind.
No, he didn't roll yet. Glenn just typed.
Oh shit. I go, do you need a little luck before you do this? I feel like you need a little luck.
Probably yes. I don't want to break my wrist.
Okay, that's not an issue. And then the same thing. You see the sulfur in your hands.
Cool.
There you go.
So that I get the D8.
Yeah, you get the DM. Yeah, inspiration.
Do I really need
D10.
that? Fuck it, I already said I'd use it. Game advantage as well. Good thing to
You got a 10.
Add the D10. Yeah.
Come on, baby.
D10.
Yeah, D10. Yeah.
Oh, high level. Oh, come on.
12. You try thrusting your spear in there, but it catches on the edge. You just flies off to the side a little bit. All right. It didn't work. The shaft is very flexible. If it is a spear, that's how they're meant to be.
Look at
Don't
my
you
bag of
fucking...
Oh
Okay.
In theory, this should work. Okay, just give me a second.
Are
Course,
you
of
having the
course.
problems thrusting your spear onto something?
Yeah. You having some issues?
Yeah, I'm not used to it when they're moving.
But would you need some assistance?
From
Wow.
outside,
Yes!
Samti just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I have nothing to stick in there, unfortunately. You guys are on your own.
Yeah. You definitely need something like a spear. Yeah.
Yeah, all my stuff is flimsy.
All right, Bart, try
I
again.
swear to God.
This time it's just a flat roll with no advantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
10.
Okay, I might
What if
let
we
you guess.
both
Maybe
do
there's
it?
a-
Okay.
Maybe there's a lever.
Hey,
Actually, I got a 20 on intelligence check. Can I follow the paths to find a lever?
Yeah, all the way up at the top where the blade is, there's a mechanism in there that looks like you can just push up or down. You're not
Oh.
sure what it does, but
Who's
You
at the
know,
top?
it's like
nobody.
it's,
Ah,
But you can
one of
follow it
those-
up there.
yeah,
yeah.
I'll just start walking up the top. Give me a one moment.
Samti is
Whoa.
gonna walk in, holding, telekinesising Ian up.
You raise him all the way to the top.
Bullet.
It's
No,
not a
I-
pull, it's a push. Up
Then
or
do
down.
that.
Up or
How do
down.
you push it?
Pick one.
Whichever it isn't.
All right,
Sends the
even
fan
is
blades into
up,
turbo drive.
odd is down. Okay, y'all are
I'm gonna
lucky.
take a couple steps
He
back.
pulls it down, and you all hear this very loud grinding noise start to happen, and this very high-pitched screeching sound of everything coming to a halt, which deafens many of you inside for just the briefest of moments. But it does stop moving.
God, I
Well
have.
done, Ian. Proud of you.
How's it looking up there, Glenn?
That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that.
Is there a
It's pretty
platform
sad.
up there that he can stand on?
I like
Yes.
to picture Glenn's like flying right next to him, like. So.
Well,
Oh,
no,
it's
they're
top
they're
shelf.
different platforms. See, up
Yeah.
here is right next to
Okay.
the blades. This is the shelf that Glenn's on. Now, let's get to Glenn's stuff. Glenn, what was your roll?
25 total.
25 total. Let's go. The first thing that you notice is tucked behind one of the crates stored up here is a bedroll. When you unravel it, it appears to have a few scrolls rolled up inside of it as well. You look beside that, and there's a very small silver bowl that is resting up there that has this faintly glowing looking clear liquid that's like sparkling at the top of it, inside of it. Aside from that, you start opening up the crates and looking inside of all of them. They seem to just have general crops that would be out here, well stored, well maintained, no fungal growth like you're hearing them talk about down there. However, you do notice the sides of these crates have a unique marking. It's 3 little dashes with a blade on the bottom right-hand corner. Just very small. And all of the ones up here seem to have that.
Hey guys, I think I might have found some interesting stuff up here. These crates got some markings over here, and I mean, they're not like corrupted like what you guys are saying or whatnot. And also, there's a bunch of these scrolls and this silver bowl thing. I don't know, Kat. Maybe you want to come identify this stuff. Oh, actually, I'll grab it and bring it down.
Excellent. That's a good idea.
And I'll also I'll use minor illusion and just show an image of what I saw marked on the crates. Does anybody recognize like this symbol at all?
What's the symbol?
It's like the 3 dash marks and the
3 dash
Like,
mark.
yeah.
Something gonna eat your soul, you know? I'm just kidding.
Now, Kat, let's get your first identify done. Were you doing the black seeds, or were you doing the soot-like fungus?
The soot.
Okay. You identified this as moth's breath. A very unique contagion that spreads through consumption, breathing, or injection into individuals. This moth grows at an incredibly fast rate while harbored by a living creature or substance, meaning flora or fauna. When an individual is plagued by this, they have to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, they become diseased and become a carrier of this disease. While diseased in this way, every few days, 3 days, they have to give another Constitution saving throw. On a failure, they will suffer a permanent level of exhaustion. And 5 levels of exhaustion, you're dead. So that means 15 days, whoever has this, if they fail, all of them, they're dead.
So, on that, like, if they save, they just stay where they're at.
Yeah, it doesn't go away. It just, yeah. But if you succeed on the initial save, you might be immune. You can't. You would know. You would need more of a specialist in diseases, curses, and flora, fungus, and the like an herbalist or a poisoner.
This is not good.
Misha looks over at you. I'm sorry to do this, but Misha does have to give a con save.
Oh no.
He's touching it.
Oh, what is he right now? He's a spider. I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Out of character, Misha is fine, but in character, you do have need to be concerned. You're not sure. You would have to identify him.
How are you feeling, buddy?
Misha communicates to you. Something sticky, but I'm fine.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Yep. Goes over to the black seeds. As he identifies them as, you were right, sunflower seeds.
Are they infected at all?
This barrel did not have any of the growth on top of it. However, Glenn, you did mention the scratches, right?
Yeah.
The 3 markers. You would notice at the bottom of this barrel, though it's a barrel, it doesn't have sides, it's round, there are 3 markers on it as well.
He minor illusioned the markers down to us. Were they a symbol of a specific language?
Do any of you have any exotic languages?
Yes, I do.
I have Celestial and Sylvan.
Nope.
Abyssal, Elvish.
Nope.
Sylvan and Infernal.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Not Infernal. Wow.
That's a very exotic one.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe exotic wasn't the right. Any of you have Thieves' Cant?
Oh no. Can we? I always wondered that, right? So if thieves can't the language, can you comprehend language thieves can't?
No, because it is a
Okay.
secret language, just like Druidic.
Okay, I was always wondering that.
It is
you
based
know?
more around gesture and insight than it is about written language and communication. It's not like they have a ledger that goes, this equals this, this equals this, this equals this. It's more
That's what I
an
assume.
incited thing.
They're like mob bosses
I-
telling people to do stuff without actually telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
innuendums, you know?
Yeah.
I have the eyes of the Runekeeper.
Which allows you to read all written languages, but it's the same exact mechanic when it comes to...
The exact wording is, you can read all writing. Feel free to make a judgment on that, but I'm just letting you know the exact wording of it is all writing.
You can read all writing. Okay. What is
Nice
that?
and specific.
What's that spell called? Script? Not illusionary script. The other one. Is it illusionary script?
Yeah, I think you're thinking
You might be
illusionary
thinking
script.
illusionary script.
All right, let me read this because this is more the intention of the mechanic than it is like the actual thing.
Yeah, so comprehend language straight up says it doesn't decode, so I get it. On that one.
And that's where my logic is coming from
Yeah.
with Eyes of the Runekeeper. It wouldn't decode it for you. It would... The most you would get from Eyes of the Runekeeper, Bart, for this specific thing is when you look at it, this is marked as special. You're not sure what that means. It's just special.
Easily delineated by the fact that there's a marking here.
Right, but your eyes translate special.
I'm not even going to speak up. Like, this benefits no one to know that I can read.
I got nothing.
I'm not sure what it is. But considering it's on shipping equipment, don't you have contacts in the shipyard?
Yeah, I do.
Perhaps we should ask them.
I mean, it's an idea. But then if... fuck, what was that Spalding guy's name? Let me look at my notes.
Oh wait, it's not undercommon, is it?
No,
that's
it is
cool.
not. It's thieves can't out of character.
Oh right.
Yeah.
If Clark Spalding, right? Is that the right one? I don't know if it was Clark or Roscoe. Whatever.
Clark handles
would-
shipping and handling on the coastline.
Okay, so I go, yes, but then the thing is, if we start asking around, considering what we're dealing with, Clark Spalding might put his 2 cents in if I start asking around in his area.
Who said to go to a Spalding? Don't you have other contacts?
Yes, but who do you think is in control of those people? It's not so much my area. My area is the city. I know people in the city.
I do have a contact in Sharpton I could send a message to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Think of every Spalding having a territory or turf, and mine's is the city itself. The people of the city specifically.
And do you really think that these Spaldings would have an idea of what this sort of secret language thing is? If it's tied to this, it's probably a smuggler.
Probably. Which
think-
means they're probably paying off someone.
Oh, there's not a lot of smugglers in the city that I'm at least aware of.
Is that the priest dude talking?
He's
Ian.
like,
What do
still,
you
like,
know?
He's like up at the top of the thing.
I
I,
just placed them at the platform at the top. Just let go of the telekinesis. Just, you know.
I know things.
Do you know why this is here?
No. I just felt like being a part of the conversation.
That's all right. If you have something that you know about it, I would like to hear it.
There's just not a lot of smugglers in our city. Everything's regulated so tightly. There's not, like, even thieves and stuff like that. They're rare, because of capital punishment, you know?
You know, someone who's in that business, the guy that swiped for me, Jerome. You could ask him about it. Yeah, you could ask him about it.
That would be a good idea.
But also, Kat, there's these spell scrolls and stuff, and the silver bowl maybe has something.
Not
to do
spell scrolls, scrolls.
Scrolls. Sorry, there's these scrolls. Sorry.
Y'all, you got a little too excited. They're scrolls.
Some scrolls here and a silver bowl, so maybe it has something to do with, like, I mean, if I had to make a deduction, maybe like these marked things are like the curated version of something, or something that's like marked to be curated by this plague thingy or whatever.
That's very true. Let me take a look. And I will take a look at
I just
I
rolled
will-
up the sleeping bag and brought it down. So
Okay.
And when the bowl comes out, she'll identify that herself. She'll bring Misha back up to her, give him a little snuggle, and then identify the bowl herself.
So, you identify the bowl as an ornate. Wait. Let me get the.
Ah, yes, an ornate weight.
An ornate silver bowl costing 1,000 GP. And you, as a spellcaster, would know that this is the focus for the scrying spell.
Especially since I can't scry.
Yep.
Interesting. Knowing that I know the spell, is there a way that we could find out who it was being used on?
Not unless you were a time traveler. You just know that they were scrying to use. They used the bowl to do it.
Interesting. It is, And who would you try to communicate with? Or try to watch? It's an interesting question. Perhaps it's in these scrolls. Let's take a look at those next.
Perhaps the people that he hired to investigate the mines.
There is that. But
Or the-
also,
The competitors.
competitors. But who exactly?
Well, if you guys knew about the spear and he sent people over there to investigate, said, spear, I can only assume, probably you guys. Why else would he send people under our guys to the mines? The only thing valuable in there were a bunch of portals and that. And I point to the spear that Bardakov has. Unless they were trying to, farm beholders. Trying to milk demons.
Don't like that particular word.
I can only assume.
And let me take a look at these scrolls as well.
Okay. Unraveling the scrolls. You can see that it is written in Infernal. Can you speak Infernal?
No, but I have comprehend languages.
Whatever it is, I can read it.
Right, but I don't trust your interpretation.
Damn.
Wow.
You are here to
starting to
smite and nothing else.
You're gonna smite and smite only.
How dare you have an opinion?
I wonder who may have made the cat start to change since they've been with the party.
Or also, who fucking made the mean joke at her and she's still upset about it.
Anywho. You cast Comprehend Languages on yourself, and you see all of the words begin shifting and moving and molding into a easily comprehended note for you. This wrapped up scroll seems to be a list.
Of
I'm typing it
A
out
list
to you.
of lists.
perfect.
Perfect.
The first one, as you read through, says only this: AC Clove, Cherub's Rest, and Dio Cemetery. Doesn't immediately mean anything to you. You unravel the second one, and this one does seem to have a spell scribed onto it. Arcana check, please.
Arcana. 23.
It's the Gate spell, set and associated to a very specific creature already. Cannot be changed.
Who is this creature?
That you cannot get with a 23.
Oh my gosh.
The third...
She's it takes longer, like, just looking at that one, and as pale as she is, if she could have gotten paler, she has.
The third one is empty. Nothing written on it.
Yeah, you have a message in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, do you think that is what I think that is?
It's a spell called Gate. It's what traveling through dimensions. It's what can create that kind of a portal and allow a being to physically exist, not just not in the same way that the devils do now, but walking here.
Hmm. And it is locked to something.
It is locked to something. I don't know who exactly yet, but it could. What my fear is that it is set to Infernitis.
Don't suppose we had the same idea of not sharing this with them. And you just see Samdi look up at Ian still being tormented.
I think that is a safe bet, is to keep it to ourselves for now.
Bree sees him just like looking over a book, and he's just like, alright.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, Samdi says out loud, are we done?
Not quite.
Well, there's still stuff down there.
Yes. Reese.
Oh, dear God.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you can jump down there without a concern in the world, you can
That's
start
not crazy.
moving the grain away and out of the sides, and you see that there are black markings underneath this area. And inside the black markings, there's little bits of flakes of sparkling dust on top of it. So you have to start shoveling the area out.
Before any of that, I'm gonna cast protection from poison on myself. through
Okay.
The guitar, or through the not the guitar, the fiddle.
Which concentrates
So
for you, so you don't lose
it
your other
concentrates.
concentration. Yep.
Yeah. So, and I'm as I go down there, I like just move it around with mage hand, or just kind of sweep everything around. Like how,
Oh,
like,
it's a
actually-
huge thing. You're gonna have to shovel it out.
Oh shit.
Do you need help in there?
Yes, but as a heads up, these flake things are down here. I have magic protection. You, on the other hand, might have an issue.
Oh, I feel healthy as a horse.
There's a bear.
Not quite that healthy. I do have a little blemish. But
I think what I have here to help with that. I don't have any way to move all mass
So,
stuff.
he will pull out a shovel and start shoveling all of the grain out of there.
You work incredibly fast.
I treat this like a good back workout, honestly. And then he,
Interesting.
oh god, I have to do Gabriel. He will unceremoniously remove his shirt and start pointing to all of the specific muscles on his back that he's working out right now.
He's Jack, man.
I didn't know there was that many muscles in a human back. Out of game, I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
What's a trap? What's a deltoid? Your back deltoids? That's a thing.
Yeah. Anywho. After about 30 minutes, he has completed the task at hand. Looking down in there, there's a very large magical circle. It is lined with gemstone dust all the way across it as well. And it seems that based off of your... Wait. Reese, are you a ritual caster?
Yes, I am.
Okay. As a ritual caster, you could tell that this is permanent.
Yeah, I'm a ritual caster both in arcane and religious, and divine. So I don't know if that matters with anything.
Well, you can tell it is permanent.
Hot damn. Does it look like a magic circle, or does it look like a teleportation circle?
You may roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Don't want to use my name. Nah, I'll be alright. I'm gonna use my last thing of luck for this.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah. 19.
Yeah, still not bad.
Yeah.
So, this seems to
Has
be
burned all the natural 20s.
in relation to a summoning circle, but not exactly like a instantaneous summoning circle. The most you can discern about it is like a small opening, very small, very faint, very hard to even see or sense opening.
Is there focus anywhere?
The circle.
Okay, the circle itself contains a focus like embedded into it.
No. The circle is just permanent because the magic was cast.
Okay.
You would know that casting the same spell in the same area for a year will cause
yeah.
it to be permanent, meaning this has been premeditated for quite a while.
Interesting. I'll let everyone know. There's a summoning circle down here.
There's a what?
A summoning circle. A permanent one.
Oh,
Oh man, looks like
I don't know
really
what it specifically is trying to summon. I don't know if it's a specific type of summon, but it is a summoning circle.
Looks like we
Help.
really busted into some kind of like center of operation or something, huh?
it seems so.
I mean, if you're consistently summoning demons and devils, right? Like, I mean, having a permanent summoning circle makes sense.
Help me down.
Of course. I let you know it is just flakes down here, for what it's worth.
Fuck. Having it's a Constitution check. Is there? Did I discern any way to help with that in any way?
Help with the con check for anybody who's interacted with it. Magical protections from disease would probably help.
Protection from disease.
for anything non-magical like that, you would need to have somebody proficient in poison or herbalism.
Do you want to be proficient with poison or herbalism?
Glenn is proficient with herbalism.
Oh shit! What about poison?
Not poisons.
Well, you only need one or the other.
If he had both, would that give him any kind of advantage?
Not really. It would just
Okay.
give him the opportunity twice over, so.
Okay.
Actually, if you knew both ends of this, I would say, yeah, you would have advantage.
Glenn, come here. Come hither.
What's going on?
So, you seem to know a thing or two about the plants, right?
I like to think so.
Yeah.
About
What
the
do you know-
plants.
The plants? Do you know anything about the poison?
Poisons? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really look much into that because like it doesn't really like affect me that much. I mean, with this curse, I'm feeling I can actually get drunk now. You know?
Oh, that's just weird. I can give you the power to be proficient temporarily with the poison. Though it requires a willing give, you would willingly give me 25 gold and a strand of your hair.
Are we?
It obviously doesn't matter once it's plucked from your head.
Are you? Is this like a devil deal?
It's a deal. It gives you the power to know something. So this is how I make my living.
But this is well, this is just like a transaction, right? Like I just go to a
Yeah,
shop.
of course,
and
of course, of course.
All
It's a
right, no
willing
problem
deal.
then.
Oh shit! And you willingly have to give me the 25 gold though. That's part of the thing.
Can I insight this?
Are you okay with the PvP, Reese?
Sure. I
Alright,
mean, I've
go for it.
Is there
Reese has
any-
never lied to you guys. Just pointing that one out.
To
Like,
your
at least-
knowledge.
Yeah.
This just like, is there any malicious can I deduce any malicious intent behind this deal?
16. Reese, could he?
No, it is a deal with under Asmodeus, but outside of that, it doesn't actually
No
have a
malicious
malicious
intent.
event. Yeah.
We'll give you a strand of hair, 25 gold.
All right.
Okay. So he
So-
gives you the hair and the gold, and I put them together and I crush it, and you see smoke coming out of my hand. I go, inhale it now.
What?
Inhale it quickly.
As you take a deep breath of this smoke that tastes like brimstone, which is like rotten eggs. Ugh. When you exhale, your mind is flooded with this information overload that you have. Glenn, for the next, I believe, what was it? 1 hour?
I don't. You tell me. You're the one that gave me the ability. You didn't give me a handout.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't give you a handout. I apologize.
Yeah. Some of the religious things.
Yes. For the next hour, you are proficient in poisoner supplies.
Okay.
So, Glenn, go ahead and give me either a herbalist check or a poisoner's check with advantage.
Which attribute am I utilizing?
also gonna guidance him.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay.
I'm gonna also guidance him because I need him to pass this.
Yeah.
Part of
we're-
inspiration's looking kind of low.
And we're stopping there, right? Or
22. Oh, and a bardic inspiration.
he
No,
said
you have
guidance.
a D4.
Oh, guidance.
Yeah, I'm running kind of low on bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you would have to short rest to get all of them back.
Woo. So that's 26.
Oh shit!
Mm. All right, Glenn. The problem with this is once you've contracted it, it is in you. The only way to get it out of you would be through magical means. Now, you think that you could definitely create some type of bomb that would help people with being more resilient to this. But you would need a tremendous amount of squash. Hey, I'm giving him the fucking recipe here, guys. Come
no,
on.
I know, but it just the tremendous amount part was the funny.
Yeah, well, 'tis the season for squash. Actually, no, it isn't. So yeah, that sucks. A tremendous amount of squash. Cilantro. You would also need a lot of hyssop at your disposal, and dragon glory flowers.
Vegetable soup.
Now, that would be what you utilize to give people more resilience. It would not make them immune to it. It would just give anybody who consumes this advantage against their save. But if somebody already contracted it, like clearly Ian and Gavriel have, they need magical means of rejecting it from their body. You're not sure of anything that would remove it from them shy of that right now. Your knowledges of plants is limited to this realm. So unfortunately, you just wouldn't have that information if there's anything else. You would need more fiendish information. However, one good thing about this, since it is a moss from moths, you are fully aware that if you burned this substance, it would destroy it. Mundane, natural fires. Supernatural fires usually have supernatural effects on other things. So, a mundane, here's a torch, here's a flint and steel, get it done.
Yeah, I could produce something that, like, it could help us, like, help someone fight it off before they contract it, but in terms of, like, once you get contracted, I don't really know how to, nothing that I can really deduce to help with that, but the plants I need are, and list the items that he would need in order to make it. I don't know how rare they are to find.
Sometimes you just need to taste soap.
And it's pretty. I mean, I don't know if I really have to say this, but a simple way to get rid of all this mossy greenery and stuff is to just set it ablaze.
Really
That's interesting.
Somebody just looks over at Cat.
That shouldn't
I
be
think-
a problem.
Cat, I think we found your favorite day ever.
Right?
Letting you know,
Oh.
Glenn, that will wear off in about an hour, give or
That's
take.
all right.
Interesting.
Until then, you do taste a little, like, brimstone-y smoke in your mouth. At the end of the hour, it goes away.
So, Kat will look over into where the mill and stuff is. Is there, if she were to set fire to it, would it be contained or would it burn the whole structure down?
Oh, it'd burn this entire thing down.
Burn it all.
Ooh. Who here's proficient in survival? We need your knowledge here.
Glenn.
Glenn?
And Reese, all right, both of you survival
And-
checks.
Oh,
Yeah?
okay.
Wait, you too, somebody? Go ahead. This is a group
Come on, guys.
activity. All of you get to engage. 19,
Let me just bring mine. over.
12,
If I can at
Rolls
least
are
my game
not in
advantage
my
on this.
favorite.
I'm gonna use my game advantage on this. 24.
24. Samdi hit it. First off, if that is a persistent summoning circle, Samdi, you can deduce what that is doing. That is bringing that growth into this area, and that is being churned into the food and spread into the food. The crops have to be destroyed. The ones out there in the field that the moths flew over, they have to be destroyed, or you risk everybody who consumes the food getting it. The goods in here need to be destroyed. That circle cannot be destroyed through almost any means. Even a dispel magic would only temporarily leave it inert, which means this windmill has to get abandoned. Nobody can go near it. It needs to be sealed off, and that moss just needs to get up in there. But if you destroyed the windmill, the moss would just keep going and floating, and nature would take its course with spreading.
Life finds a way.
And unfortunately, only Glenn's the one aware of that magical means of burning it may have consequences. Not sure.
I will relay this to the party.
Yeah, Glenn would mention that.
Okay, so it's mundane fire.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
There goes my fun. However, she pulls out a cigarette. Mhm. So, at least we know what the circle is now. And if I can't destroy it, then we need to burn everything inside. Before we do though, could someone take the piece of the barrel that is not infected and pull the symbol off of that, please?
Anybody have wood carvers? Even just the tools.
I have the tools. I'm not proficient with them today.
That's fine. You just need somebody to
Yeah.
give a dexterity check to whittle it off.
I pull out the file and the little edger, right? I forget what those are called. The rotors. Right, a rotor and an edger and a file. And I go, here you go, Glenn.
Jess, it's actually like a tool. Like,
Listen, I was trying. I was.
Yeah, I said
had it.
edger, and I was like, oh my god, what did I
in this
say?
group, you can't say shit like that.
You can't say anything. Listen, I had it together, okay? I had it together, and then you guys had to say something to me.
Try and blame us for your deviancy.
I had it under control.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Carve that thing off, apparently. I don't know.
I want to
Is that
have
what you
it
said?
to... Yes, I want to have it so that we can identify it with someone.
I mean, we could just do what I do with the minor. You know what? Okay.
All right, give me a
No,
dexterity
Glenn.
check.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna guidance him before he goes. Oh, I lost, technically because of that, I lost concentration on my aura.
Yeah.
It's
This is,
guidance, it is concentration.
This is straight dex check.
It is.
Okay. That's a 21 plus a D4.
A
23.
perfect, square, chiseled out corner of that symbol.
Chisel, that was the thing I was trying to...
And
Hey, I'm pretty good at this.
now that you have this, I think we can go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. I always click the wrong one first. Hello, everybody. Where last we left off, the party had investigated the windmill, learning about this plague that is going to be drifting through the entirety of Spalding if immediate action is not taken very soon. You've identified the magical source of it entering into this realm from the lighthouse. Of course, none of you have enough arcane knowledges to understand how to stop that from happening with a permanent circle. Only knowing how to quarantine the area off as a potential solution. And you are all piecing together exactly how you're going to help with all of the crops that are currently plagued, the food stored here that is currently plagued, and possibly even more situations.
So what's the plan? Burn it all down.
That's it precisely. Well, the crops out here to burn them down. We need to find a way to keep the fire in here contained. If we are going to set the contents on fire.
I have just had a thought. Now
The
nobody
first
bite
one?
nobody bite my head off for this. But if we burn the windmill down, we've established that the spores will spread all over Spalding and everyone in Spalding will die. Do we care?
Yes.
I do.
Now hear me out.
Hear me out. Would it be a bad thing if we just started the city from scratch?
I mean, killing leaders and whatnot is one thing. Very important political figures are another thing. But if you wanted to start killing off the innocent, you know, not exactly the best way to build something.
Omelet, broken eggs, something. But okay, no, look, it was an idea. I floated it. We're clearly not okay with that. I'm not sure I'm okay with that, but cool. We've ruled that out.
Just wanted to double
Just
check
a
that
thought
you guys...
exercise, you know? Like,
Let's explore all our options here.
Yeah, there's assets in these people, and their assets.
Just
belong
burn
to
it
me.
all down and leave. Okay, so we want to seal off this windmill somehow. I have absolutely nothing that can help us with that.
At most, I can set up, I don't know, wards and guards to make sure no one does get in here. But that takes time to make that permanent, and that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Cat, do you have wall of stone?
No.
You have that one where what's it called? It's a great spell. It's one of my favorites. I think it's called
meld into stone.
the transmute rock to mud. Is what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
No, I do
Transmutation.
not.
Otherwise, we could have like dumped it in and then like cement, like make it kind of.
Similar to my
So-
plan with wall of stone, just build a block.
Yeah, similar to that, but the wall of stone goes away, whereas the transmute rock to mud, you just make it like really wet, quick, you know, like so everything sinks down. You could even put the wall of stone on top and then have it solidify, so it's baked into the earth. Can't
So-
escape.
Taking a look at the door here, how big is the door?
The archway that leads inside, the door is destroyed. You remember? Blah.
Right. Yeah.
The archway is about 10 feet wide and a little under 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I basically got it dug in my normal form.
So I have a question because this is kind of a unique situation where he leveled up in the middle of the day.
Uh-huh. You do have access to your new spell slots.
Perfect.
Not your spells, though. You couldn't change what you prepared. Wizards don't get to change what they prepared until they finish a long rest.
I know. It was just.
Yeah.
Damn. Because Force Cage would have been great to put over the door.
How long does Force Cage last?
It's an hour, but it will have at least got us. Oh, that's not the one I was meant to do. But
One minute.
It's 1 hour, but it would have at least given us time to get across town. So.
Just do it the old-fashioned way. Just grab some wooden board and try to board it up.
That might be what we have to do.
Sure. Let me help with that. And he goes over to the outside where there's like the spare barrels and stuff and starts taking them out. They're all empty.
Were any of those infected?
No. Outside, all of the empty ones are completely nothing. As he's carrying the barrels in, you see the one big crate on his shoulder, the other barrel under his arm. Kat and Bart, since the two of you have known him the longest, you hear him make a noise you've never heard him make before. He coughs.
Gabriel? Are you
Duh.
sure you're feeling fine?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. This is easy activity.
No,
I'm gonna go over to Ian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna put 5 lay on hands on him to try and cure disease.
That removes poisons, not disease. Right?
Motherfucker.
No, I think there's
disease.
these two.
Lay on hands. You as a paladin are immune to disease. To neutralize one poison effect, cure the target of one disease or neutralize. Okay. You cure him of the disease that is on him.
Okay.
Now do that for the rest of the population.
No, I just wanted to check that it works.
Okay.
Here, Ian, breathe this in. Give some more dust.
Yeah.
Experiment over. I'm kidding, totally kidding.
I'll go take a look at him.
At who? Gabriel?
At Gabriel.
All right, medicine check.
Come on, baby.
12.
12. It's easy for you to tell. For him, lifting up barrels, crates, mundane activities. Nothing that is, like, supposed to be tedious for him. He does have a very faint sweat over his brow, which means he is becoming more fatigued more quickly. Yeah.
So, he is.
Oh, he's definitely under the weather at minimum.
She just looks over at Bard.
I want to hear him say it.
Say what? I feel fine.
Okay.
We won't very soon, though. It seems
You
you're
won't very
affected
soon
as
after
well.
what I'm about to do to you.
Bart rolled his eyes. Ugh. Fine. Ruining my fun. He'll walk over and he'll just flick him in the ear. By no hands.
Ooh. Thank you. Yeah?
You'll be fine.
Monkey,
Don't
what were you
breathe
saying?
in any more of that moth dust.
He just whispered weak under his breath. That's all.
Don't inhale more of that moth dust. Sandeep.
Mutes himself.
No, Sandeep just coughs up another mothball.
I'm still wearing my bandana.
I really shouldn't have taken a bite out of him.
That's really, yeah, you did. That's right. Cat just
God.
will pat Gavin on the shoulder. Just be careful, please.
Oh, of course. I am in tip-top shape. Nothing could ever bother me.
I need
And
a palate cleanser.
A plague like this, I think could. So, to make me less worried, please.
no, not a problem. So, he begins trying to thatch a door with 0 experience of carpenter's tools whatsoever.
Does
I mean,
anyone?
Not
I
proficient, but I
couldn't build you a dining room table, but I could probably barricade a door.
Right.
would just have Glenn try to help out with any physical labor, maybe like try to hold the door up for him while he's
Well,
like.
Are you going to take the lead on trying to build the door, or are you going to let him take the lead and you help him? Which way do you
I
want
would
to do
help.
it?
I would help him because I'm not proficient in it. Glenn has no idea how to barricade a door, so he's just
All
following
right.
his lead.
He also has no idea how to barricade a door. So, Gavriel is going to roll a wisdom check
God damn it, Glenn.
with assistance from Glenn, which comes out to a total of 17.
Nice.
So while they're doing that, I want to take a sample of the moss. It's a moss, right? That's
Yeah.
caused by the moths.
Yeah.
I'll take a sample of it with some alchemy because I'm proficient with alchemist tools. So I would like to utilize that skill to try to like get some moss into a vial. That way I can, I don't know, during my free time, try and figure a cure in case it comes up again.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check
Okay.
to put
I'm
it
gonna
in the
guidance
vial without you
myself.
touching it.
I'm gonna guidance myself. Ooh, I'm not rolling hot today.
Everyone stole all the 20s.
11. Yeah.
All right.
11.
Unfortunately, you do touch a little bit of it.
Okay.
Hey,
Let's go on
Glenn.
protection from poison.
Well,
Get
isn't that
probably off.
concentration? Or how long does that
Yes.
last? 1 minute, 10 minutes?
That's what I'm checking right now.
Yeah.
'Cause they might have been
Just a
over
minute.
because there was. Yeah, and then
There's
it's
been
gone,
multiple identifies. It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn. Did you get a little Reese there? He needs some help, and he needs to work on his finger moves.
You know, Reese, just with a little prayer to the right person, you know, you might get the right skills. But hey, if you want some help, I can help you out after I'm done with Gabrielle over here.
That's not an issue. I got some.
All right.
Alrighty. So,
Note to self: get Reese some devil sticks.
Give me them overnight. I could just become great at them.
Right. So we're gonna barricade this place up, and then what's the plan? Do we want to just tell people not to enter this place? Want to try to contain a fire, or do we just go try to get cured right now?
Just write warning plague on the door.
So, is it reasonable that Reese knows the head of the guard? Right? Like that's reasonable, right?
the head of the guard of the laborers district?
of the Spalding, like of Spalding the city.
Oh,
The guy who's in charge of taskings.
so each district within Spalding, let me bring you over to the Spalding map. You would
Yeah.
know of this mechanic at minimum. Each
Okay.
district would have its own guard leader in charge of it. Now, the head of all guards and authority would be the guards that protect the Spalding castle specifically. There is one guy in particular who his name is, let me get this real quick. I'm changing that name.
Because I know the people in the city is the big deal with me. So that's why I'm assuming I would at
drone.
least know.
A drone
drone.
is the one in charge of Spalding Estate itself. Now, you said of the city. Would you have connections to the people outside the city in the Burden District?
In the Burden District, if they were around 100 and some years ago, yes. In that case, no.
Yeah. You would know plenty of the guards in charge of Gospel's Pass, Calm Cedarwood, all of the ones inside of the city, no problem. However, the highest ranking guard that you are aware of, at least in passing, would have been the guy who checked you all in as you crossed the border and boundary. Because the people who check the gates are usually the highest ranking ones. They're the ones who have to handle the magical, wristband.
Oh, the guy that was talking smack?
Yeah,
the
that
guy
guy.
that you told off. The guy you told
Okay.
off.
No, I'll deal with him. Don't worry. Don't worry about him, guys. Okay. Noted. So I was just trying to think, like, we can talk to one of the heads of the guards and they can get guards posted here, right? But we still gotta burn the place down, right? Well, the mosque at least.
Well, we only want to burn it if we can contain that, because we don't want the spores spreading out.
Oh, yes.
So, other than that, I say that we go with what Bar said. Just put a sign up that says "plague," and then we just go get cured, tell somebody about it to ward off the place, and take it from there. Because I don't think this looks like we currently have the capabilities to do any more, unless somebody's got some tricks up their sleeves.
Princess, can I have that bedroll? And does anybody else have a spare bedroll?
Depends what for.
I'm going to put it around the border of the doorway.
Wow.
I like that idea. Okay.
Yes, of course.
We might be able to get someone from the church to consecrate the area.
Well, and
So-
Bart did say something that I've been thinking out for a long time while I'm watching y'all do this. Some areas I've been to, they just put up signs like "Watch out, danger, plague, don't enter," and then kind of lets
Beware Jehovah's Witness.
exactly.
No, I mean, I think that's a good plan. At least for us to get away from here and come back in later today, tomorrow, whatever, just so we can try and keep people out. Obviously, if this guy's accomplices come back, they're going to ignore everything we've done, but can't do much about that.
That's right. We just let my friend Darwin sort him out.
All right. So he goes and starts nailing up around the border to keep it there as best as he can. Well, I think this is about the best that I'll be able to do.
I think that was a great job, man.
Appreciate it. Whew.
Now that that is done, do we burn the crops now, or?
Well, if we can't contain the spores that are going to spread from the fire, no, we can't. We shouldn't burn it down.
I think we established that burning the crops is fine. It's the windmill being the source of the moss that's the problem. Yes?
Yeah, I think so.
Joey, is that right?
Burning the crops, I mean, saying that it's fine is a very large overstatement. You are destroying the food source to the entire city. However, the alternative of letting the city die, I mean...
Well, yeah, the crops are already destroyed.
Right.
We just need to destroy
But
the
we also.
problem.
Yeah, it's like 6 of one and half a baker's dozen of the other.
Right, but also at the same time. If we were caught destroying it by the average person, they would not understand. We need to take it to. We need to have some sort of sanction, I believe.
So you mean if I were to... Okay, hold on, let me think about this.
You know, I
You mean if I
could-
were to, and I pull out a flask of oil, and I start pouring it, like, take a flask like this and start pouring it out on the field like this? We should probably, and I'm dumping it out.
But also, the other question is, we might not know what could fix it, but that doesn't mean that we're the only people with any sort of arcane knowledge here.
Yeah, but what would happen if I took this flint and steel here?
Don't do
Sound-
it yet. I want to make sure that we're not going to be murdered by the mob for it.
You know, I can summon a scapegoat.
I would rather, I understand leaving it right now is dangerous, but I would rather have some sort of plan to do it.
We could lead Ian here as a scapegoat.
What?
Mm,
We have to return him to the church, Buttercup, for you to get out of your arena.
Yeah, we do.
Somebody just
Oh, I
sighs
promised
heavily in the
that we
corner.
wouldn't kill him. If the guards haven't, that's not our problem.
What if we left someone here to warn people and kind of protect the crops,
Yeah,
like
that was a thought I was getting at too.
Gabrielle or something?
I have a, give me a moment, and I have an idea. And she's going to cast Sending to Vanessa.
Okay.
Valen.
Yeah.
This is Catherine. Is there a way to remove? Oh, what's it fucking called? That's not part of it. This is the player. Moth breath from crops.
Isn't Vanessa a Spalding? Or
No,
am I
she's a
thinking of-
Valen.
Valen.
Vanessa Valen.
Oh,
You have
that's
7
the
more
one.
words if you have anything else to add.
Are you pooping?
Cursed by Infernitus in Spalding.
Ya poopin'? Okay.
Send titty thoughts.
While she's doing that, I'll lean over to Bardakov and kind of whisper, you know, we could always have Gabrielle stay here and make sure the place is safe.
As much as I would love to leave him alone where I could find him later,
Oh my.
I don't think that's going to be of much use to anyone. I don't think we need to worry that much. Like, really? How often are people going to be coming here in the next couple of hours?
Oh, it's only a couple hours, yeah, I see what you mean.
While they're doing all this, could I have Glenn ritually cast alarm by the where we boarded up the door, so I can
Yes,
be
you
alerted if
can.
anything else goes
Yes,
through?
you can.
Awesome, and I will do that.
Mwah.
Low-level spells, y'all. They're still good.
Yeah.
You'll get a reply, Cat. I can come to Spalding tomorrow to discuss this further. I'm not sure what is happening. Cade is still representative there. Oh, she's done.
Okay. Well, at least we will have a very powerful druid here by tomorrow.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, by the way, Reese, I typed it out. A drone, he is the head guard to the Spalding Castle.
He's
Retired
like the guy that's-
adventurer as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah. So is it like a ship where he's in charge and then he has the appointed subordinates and this is just a subordinate? is it like-
He is in charge of everything, and he delegates out to the individual
To
leaders of
subordinates.
each of the different districts.
Okay. Noted. I'll send him a sending later.
Yeah, so each district has a captain, or 2. Depending on how popular they are, you need more people. Like Gospel's Pass has 1. The Hook district has 2. You know?
That makes sense. So, are we going to leave this place?
I feel that we've done all that I feel comfortable doing right now. Let us leave a few signs up as well that says for the field specifically as well.
Do you want me to put up some guards and wards here? Since it's 24 hours, since you feel so uncomfortable about leaving it?
It's the main food supply. I mean, who?
So it means food supply, right? But there's been a Asmodeus priest that consistently comes here. So how many people truly come here, you know? If someone's
We're
trying to
better
secret
than to hide than in a place that it has people all around it.
True. Again, I can put up some guards and wards. I still have that type of magic.
That would probably be a good idea. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast guards and wards that if someone opens up the door, wind will fly out. The circle is invisible with minor image. Yeah, just the
Oh.
whole shindig.
No, she's thinking more the fields. Like she feel, you know, the.
Oh, I can't do anything about the fields.
If
that's why
anyone
she said
goes
put
into
up a
the fields,
sign.
a delayed blast fireball will go
Yeah.
off.
Fields are too big. It's huge.
Yeah, this is many, many, many acres worth of land. It feeds the entire
Oh.
city.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
I can only do something about the windmill itself.
Think
Well,
about
that's-
driving through West Virginia.
Gotcha. So that's all that's we can do. I hate to leave it, but the sooner we, yes. So it's done. Sorry, just
That's all good.
I'm not feeling my best.
Right, we gotta go get that cured.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and get on Cloud, and he's kind of flat, so I can lay down on him, put my hat down, and I'll just kind of relax and rest as we travel.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Just, ah.
Still got the bandana on though, just because you know.
Yeah, I'm essentially gonna try and do the same thing. Put like a breather on just in case.
I don't give a crap. But I do keep the bear summoned up for Cat to ride on.
The way you said I don't give a crap, I'm picturing you like snorting a line in the dust.
Wow. Just-
Just like,
literally
oh, you could die, but.
I mean, when
Just
has
way
that
to
ever
flex on
stopped
him.
anyone snorting anything?
Yeah, just way to flex on him. Just right. So let's go to the church and take care of that.
All
That's
right.
so creepy.
So, you all head back out, and luckily at this hour, many people are probably sleeping from a very hard day of laborious activity working these fields. You make your way back over to the guard station, and Reese, you recognize the same guard who was there yesterday, or earlier today, considering that was a good couple of hours ago at this point. He looks over at you. Are you all finally coming back in?
I feel you need to really watch your tone. And I'm going to subtle cast. I'm going to use a sorcerer point,
Oh boy.
and I'm going to subtle cast Gios on him.
Which save
And
is that?
It's a wisdom save.
He's gonna
You-
subtle cast the heart rip.
Do
Oh,
you, do
roll
you
the wrong
tell
die.
anybody?
Yeah.
Do you tell anybody that you were planning to do this to him?
No.
Okay.
Well, he definitely doesn't have a plus 11.
Okay. And in his mind, I tell him, on your arm, there's a tattoo that will rip your mind apart. The money I gave you yesterday, I want it paid back in ×5. And if you ever talk to me and belittle who I am and my statue, I will come for you. It will also activate if you tell anyone about this. Do you have an understanding now of who you're dealing with?
His eyes go wide momentarily, takes
Got
a
it.
very deep breath, goes over to the side desk, pulls out a small chest, hand shaking, and hands it over to you.
Okay. The smell of brimstone kind of wafts off of him a bit, and I go, I'll put it back on you if you say anything about this. This is all in his head.
Yep. Well, Gias is there for 30 days regardless. He
Yeah, it's
can't-
still for 30 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the awkward part, right? Yeah, we'll keep it on it for 30 days. I was thinking about doing a year, but it'll be fine. And I go, thank you. Okay.
Subtlecast
let's-
specifies an action, correct?
It specifies, I can ping it for you.
Things whenever you cast. You can choose
Yeah,
to
it's-
subtle cast it.
Cast a spell.
When you
Yeah.
cast a spell.
Yeah, it doesn't take an action to subtle cast it. Just you just use a point.
That has any somatic or verbal components. Okay,
Yes,
that's
and
just
it's
wanted
all
to check.
verbal.
Yep, yep.
I just wanted to make sure the command was telepathic instead.
Yeah, no, it's I was just making sure it didn't say an action spell with it.
Mm.
I go, thank you.
Of course.
Sandy just in the back of the guard's mind. Oh my.
It's canon. He's always in everyone's head.
Yeah. Like, oh,
He has
Oh,
made
neat.
he has made it a habit of bouncing between heads every fucking which way he goes. He's a paranoid. He's a paranoid.
Mhm.
I almost called him a schizophrenic, but he's not that far yet.
Not yet. You can
Yeah.
still make out that you're this personality, not every other personality.
Just continue to go on.
Psionic
my merry way.
spells. Gateway, the gateway to mental instability.
The gateway drug.
So, everybody, you make your way back through the gate. No problem.
Oh, that went smoother than I expected.
Get him to his senses.
Could
Probably
you move
talk
your
to
mic
someone.
away a bit? You're breathing into.
Yeah, thank you.
He probably talked to someone. I don't know.
All right, slightly closer because now you're echoing.
Oh, better?
Yeah.
He probably talked to someone. I don't know.
So, strolling through the city streets, you all are heading back over to Gospel's Pass.
Yeah. I guess
Well,
that,
you're
yeah.
already in that district from the gate right there. Okay, yeah. As you head over towards the Church of Asmodeus, you all step inside, and you see that there seems to be a little bit of a congregated event of many of the people who work here over towards the right side pew. As you are moving up, Reese, you somewhat recognize the man who people seem to be sitting around. He looks beyond exhausted right now, incredibly malnourished as well. A little stricken and pale, tiefling individual with a blade. He is one of the agents that they use here to send out to collect debts from people who are deliberately trying to avoid them.
This is at the church?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. What's going on over there?
Hey, look, Ethan. You're home free.
I'm going to do detect thoughts.
Okay. Scanning the room in general, there are many people who are wondering about where he's been. There's people wondering what took him so long, if he's the cause for his team's death, things such as this. You get a couple of other blips of information from people. The Shadowfell, you get vampires, torture, things such as that. He looks over at you, Reese, and he has a little bit of a surprised look on his face when he sees you.
Are you okay, Ethan? I don't know. I actually remember
His
name.
name
It was
is
Ethan.
not Ethan. No.
Some
Samdi just said Ethan.
That's probably what got me.
Yeah.
Ian.
No, it's not Ian. He's the
Yeah.
dipshit acolyte.
Samdi was talking to Ian, but said Ethan.
Okay.
where
Okay.
it's all
Yeah,
came
because
from.
my
Yeah.
my notes are all jacked up now.
Alrighty.
I've ruined it with one sentence.
Yeah.
This man's name is Leopold.
Oh, you okay there, Leopold? What happened?
I was well, on a mission and happened to go into a other world and was captured by some vampires of some sort.
Went from dealing with cultists to dealing with other world entities to dealing with vampires.
Well, I'm not dealing with that shit again. Luckily, there was a group of people who were there looking for something, and they banished me to come back here.
Group of people that were looking for something. Do you know what they were looking for? Just curious.
Some little girl's father.
Interesting.
Feels like a reference.
Yeah, I feel like that's a reference. that I don't
It's
have.
not a reference, but if you're curious about any
Okay.
of these events, you can look at the Sunday game and figure out what happened over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like
This
something
guy.
that happened in
Yeah,
another
this is
game.
this is
Yeah.
a cross game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Segue into our sponsor, me.
Segue into our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
God, no.
Let's
If we
see.
were
Oh.
sponsored by Raid Shadow Lessons, we'd be Shadow Legends. We'd be playing for free.
Yes, you would. At least this group would be.
So that's unfortunate, but we do have a very important bit of business for this particular plane.
Yeah.
And she's saying that to the group, but is looking for like the highest ranking person there.
All right. There's several priests who are like talking and engaging with this, and one of them steps over to all of you. There's something more pressing than us getting back one of our soldiers.
Yes.
It's called Moth's Breath, and it is because of a certain priest of yours who has defected. It has infected the entire food supply for the city.
The priest's eyes go immediately over to you, Reese, when she accuses a priest of defecting.
No, it's true.
Samdi just side eyes Reese.
So, no, it's not me.
Mhm.
Yes, it was. I state whatever his name was because it's somewhere in my notes.
Tezu.
Tezu. Yes,
you can
Tezu
ask-
unfortunately has lost the ways.
And you can ask the priest that Bartakov and you spoke to. Do you remember his name?
Acolyte. Wait, no.
No, the priest that you guys talked to.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I just.
The Snape motherfucker.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, that guy.
Yeah. You can ask that the priest that speaks like that. He's the one who confirmed the identity for us.
Yes, they found out some intriguing information. I do still require proof of his insurrection.
Pull out the vial. This is what he was making.
Put
And
it in a windmill to infect all of the food that
Mhm.
is being processed there.
Evidence of a blight is not evidence of an individual's insurrection.
What about this? And she'll pull out the holy symbol and point to the differences to show that it's for Infernitus.
easiest way, read my mind. No, you have interrogators.
Or
He
put me under zone of truth.
lifts the holy symbol in his hand. Takes it from you, Cat. And will look up to the ceiling, eyes roll back, going completely white, and you watch as the symbol blazes into a fire and is completely destroyed. Insurrection in our church.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And considering that some of us, while taking care of it, suffered some ill effects that only a greater restoration can remove, I think that having a resistance in bringing us back whole would be sufficient in order to share the rest of what we have found out.
Roll me persuasion.
And I can't roll lower than
Has
a 10.
it been a minute?
Can I assist as in vouching for the whole scenario?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And no, it has not been a minute yet. You guys are actually getting shit done efficiently. It's amazing.
23.
Let's go.
You wrote investigation.
Wrong
Oh,
eye
was
word.
it Oh.
Ah,
Alright,
Let's
so
go.
let me... Persuasion. Never mind. That's usually my other one.
Let's go. Persuasion.
25!
Let's go.
Even better. All right.
I was like, the two things I'm good at.
The priest will take a step over towards you, and then the other one will call out, "Priest, you should be aware that these individuals have already helped us in one job and were fairly compensated. And they did this out of their own respect for our church and personal gain, of course." Very well. Which of you are ailed right now?
hey,
There's like everyone except Bart.
So-
Somebody's just like, hi.
Just to clarify again, these are the people that failed a con save, not the wisdom save for the aura, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But I thought that was also a curse.
It is, but you guys haven't brought that up yet. Fine. We still have to make a deal. We still have to make a deal. The deal will be simple. We will restore you of your current disease from that moth breath. And in return, you will tell us everything you know about what is happening and this insurrection, as well as keep your lips tightly shut outside of members of our church that there was an insurrection. Deal.
And I would like to, as he's speaking, to move the detect thoughts around to him
Mm-hmm.
to see, like, I'm trying to see if he's part of it as well.
He does not want the church to have any ill rapport in the city. It is a balancing act to have Asmodeus being worshipable. So he's trying to control the situation for the publicity of it. From bad publicity.
I'm not certain we will be able to keep completely silent about this.
Why not?
Because if this extends to be further reaching than just the church and affects the entire city, we may end up getting roped in by other powers to resolve the situation.
And here I thought we were going to be the powers that rope you in to solve the situation.
And
I
at
mean-
that point, I would chime in. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would chime in. The issue, as you know, my loyalty to Asmodeus is a lot. It's very strong. The issue is that there's a summoning circle in the windmill. Summoning circle in the windmill. It's causing the plague on the crops inside that windmill. And it's desecrated by whatever forces that man worship. That will spread outside of this church. So we either got to figure out some damage control here, or it will get out, as Bartikov said.
Is there a body?
No.
Then we will change it. You may speak of this situation, but when referring to the individual, you refer to them as a cultist with no association to the Church of Asmodeus. They do not need to know who they are, and there is no proof of who they are.
That is fair enough to me.
Works for me.
Very well, we have a deal. Everyone else?
Oh, this has nothing to do with me, but yeah, I'll do the deal. First things first. The thing is that they weren't just affected by the plague. Whatever that man turned into did more than that. Something a little bit stronger. It was almost like it was similar to my curses that I can do. So it's more than just a disease and a poison.
We will look into these. However, I will have to let you all know that our supply of available spells is beginning to wane for the day.
If you provide me the component, I can help you with that.
Very well, we can.
I can do it 3 times.
Sweet.
Coffers. He twists his fingers and an imp appears on one of the beams, obviously listening this entire time. You guys know how it works by now. And brings one of the coffer bowls over to him. He picks his hand up. Yeah?
So no, I was like, oh, I thought his name was Coffers.
No. He doesn't get to be named. Anyways,
It's
he
a
brings the
nickname.
coffers down, and the priest reaches into the bowl, and when he pulls his hand out, you see there's many different gold and platinum pieces. He holds it tightly in his hand, and his eyes flash red, and when he opens them, there's diamonds in his hand. Matching value.
Fabricate.
He'll hand some over to you.
Okay, because I'm a paranoid man and I always have it prepped, I'm gonna cast Detect Poison Disease first. See who actually is poisoned in disease.
Raise your hand again, or say I if you're Somdi.
Hi.
I don't know if I got infected with when I touched it, because I wasn't infected before.
No. You
'Cause
didn't.
You have to long
Yeah,
term,
you
right?
succeeded, but you're a carrier now.
Oh shit. Nice. So I do I ping?
Yeah, you ping it on your
Okay, I ping.
hands.
Okay.
And it's
Oof.
not just on your fingertips where you touched it. It's like spread to your arm
Oh.
now.
Gross.
It spreads.
And then I will cast Greater Restoration on myself. Just make sure it can go away.
Yep.
So
It's gone.
it's gone? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I can do it 2 more times. Once to the 7th and once as one of my last 5s. So I'm gonna do 1 to Catherine, and you need it twice though, right? Because of that curse.
I only failed once.
Okay.
I failed twice.
You failed twice. And then Glenn, you have it?
I have the one that
The aura, not the door.
yeah.
Okay. So he's cursed?
Correct.
Okay. And then because Glenn has been very, very helpful, I will ping him too.
Sweet.
So the only one I couldn't get was the crocodile.
Then the priest will have to fabricate again, do one of the castings himself, and then the other priest comes over, fabricates, and does the last remaining casting for you all.
Although, no, I feel good. I didn't get affected. But thank you.
Of course. So, explain the situation to me with excruciating detail. You, scribe, sit down and write up. Sir, Ian, that scribe there, was the personal scribe to the priest. Cultist, the cultist. Yeah? Well, you are going to be my personal scribe now.
So the issue is he still has the deal originally he made with that individual. He can't scribe anything that goes against that deal.
Into the dungeon. What?
That makes more sense.
And 2 imps fly down and pick him up by his shirt and start carrying him.
If you're gonna
Bye,
do
Ian.
that,
See you later.
something just says, if you're gonna do that,
Yeah, if you guys are going to discuss this more and stuff, I got to go water some plants. I'll be outside.
Yeah, I would just enter everything.
Yeah, Cat would do everything.
Monkey goes outside and he's going to go water the plants behind a tree.
And she'll run through everything from the first ritual that they they caught sight of to now. Something that we've been chasing for quite a bit.
Well, I have to say, thank you all very much for your assistance in these events. You seem to have capable means when it comes to dealing with these undead and, well, hybrid creatures.
It's just, it is something that is fairly new to me as far as, working with devils and such, but as you said before, there is some personal gain in making sure this Infernitis does not reach his goals.
Right, of course. And even though we are oppositions in this foot race, I appreciate that neither of us want Infinitus to move into that realm.
I think that is, you know, the enemy of my enemy and such.
And such. Reese,
Yes.
I have a request of you. A favor to call in.
Ah, yes. Yes.
You will call
What is
forth
this?
you will call forth a meeting between the Spauldings in charge of the Burden District, the Gospel Pass, as well as the Laborers District. And you will inform them that there has been a blight upon the crops, and to immediately shut down any shipping of these goods, to hand them all over to our church, as well as inform them that all of the crops are going to be unceremoniously destroyed.
Okay.
We need
I'll
this meeting
pull
done
what-
tonight.
Okay. I will be fresh out of favors after that. But yes, I can do it.
This goes to help our church, and this makes us on even terms.
Yes. We'll be done.
Good. I'm going to send out several imps to set up a barrier around the crops out there. And we will send a couple of priests as well. Just to make sure there's nothing else. And once we have your confirmation that you told them, and to clarify, we are not asking them, you are telling them.
They all owe me some kind of favor for some dirty laundry they have. So I'm sure I can get it happen.
Good. Making sure you understand what level of authority we wish for you to speak with.
Mm-hmm.
And then, once you have notified them, we will destroy them all. All of the remaining crops.
You know, with that wording, I thought he was saying he's going to destroy the Spauldings.
No.
We will
Spauldings are
destroy-
useful tools to the Church of Asmodeus.
Once you have notified them, we will destroy them.
Now, for the rest of you, I would like to ask for a deal.
What's this deal entail?
We need many powerful allies to come through who can create food and water for the general population. Nothing is going to be allowed to be consumed from anything that comes natively until we have thoroughly investigated everything for disease and things such as that. As such, I assume you have made friends along the way.
We have.
If you accept this deal, the Church of Asmodeus would owe you a favor of large portion. Reese, you would be fully aware that a favor of large portion is a favor that could even go against the laws of the land, but not the laws of the church, which admittedly are much more loose.
Of course, the scale situation.
Yeah.
You like flexible morals.
And all you're asking of us is to create food and water and keep track on it.
To gather powerful allies who can come here and create enough food and water to keep the population sustained.
That is not a problem.
Very well.
Sandy immediately takes out the canary.
Yep.
Just sticks his hand in his mouth, picks out the canary like an ice cream cone. It's like, give me a second. He's gonna walk out behind the church, just next to Monkey. Oh, hi.
Goddamn, Monkey, you're still pissing?
Yep.
He's been holding it in for like, how long has he been in that necklace?
3 weeks.
This is the first canonical piss Monkey's had.
All right. So
Um,
you're out there by Monkey Samdi?
Yeah, and I'm just going to talk to the canary.
Okay. What are you saying?
How do I put this? I was gonna say, you know, do you have anyone priestly or like that, Mama, that can pop out here, provide some old family cooking?
The canary gives a faint little smirk at the edge of its lips.
It has
and
lips.
nods. Of its beak and nods.
A lot of people are hungry out here. They could really use Mama's old recipes.
The canary flies away.
Samdi looks over at Monkey, tips his hat.
Wait, you tip
Oh.
Monkey's hat or like just?
Yes. I just tip Monkey's hat. No, I tip my hat and tip his hat for him.
Gotcha. I forgot that you wear a hat. You're a crocodile with a hat. I forgot. Sorry.
It's my favorite possession.
I
The
understand.
little feather cap hat.
Yeah.
And I walk back in. I got Mom on the line. Just gonna send somebody out here to provide some cooking.
Bart,
Good to moose.
you see a wandering cat that looks very familiar smile at you in the back of the room.
Can I psychically connect with the cat?
It is your familiar. You've not done this before, but you can.
What is that smirk for? What do you have in your little mind?
We've been eating. There are people who could help. Just give us a foot in the door.
I've been making inroads with some of the locals. They may not be able to create food and water, but they will be able to help distribute it. You and I will talk more later about this plan.
Glenn, do you have any allies to offer?
No, I don't think. I mean, just the connections that he's made with the people within Spalding, but no outside source for help.
Really? Nobody? Okay.
Oh, the tree.
Well, I mean, you and Monkey have been care rating your brand towards every single farmer from the
Can I
east
suggest?
over here.
Yeah, could I suggest that? Like,
You can certainly try, yeah.
I mean, Monkey's outside, but we've been preaching the good word to the hard laborers and farmers out there. Maybe I could convince some of them to come help out.
Farmlands outside of Spalding should help us out tremendously.
All right. Also, would you guys able to deduce what this I'm pretty sure we showed it during the conversation, but just out of their curiosity, Glenn's curiosity, and you would show the etching of the 3 marks and the blade dash on it. It's like, you guys have any idea what this might symbolize?
Doesn't look like anything to me. No, it doesn't. The man from across the room who's been dealing with everybody else looks at it and squints, looks at you, Reese, and gives you a nod.
What's going on? What do you need?
That is a mark of note. Oh, sorry, that's not his voice. That is a mark of note.
In what regards?
To distinguish it differently for people who understand how to read these types of markings.
I speak out loud. It's a mark. It's meant to distinguish what's unique about this to any other barrel that might go through. It's probably going to get shipped in the same like cart or shipment, and they just wanted to have it like set. I did the thing to myself that I did to you, Glenn. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell him, who does that? I asked the guy, do you know what kind of people can do that in the city?
Oh, I apologize. There's not that many who still speak the tongues of thieves, but there are some of us. And of course, it's not always just us who speak it. Usually, people are told what to look out for in regard to that. Whatever it is, someone was meant to deliberately see it.
I relay everything to you guys what he just said.
Can always ask. This is in Glenn's head, back to Reese. But well, I do know one guy. Maybe we could always ask him, see if he knows any more about the dealings going on.
Maybe. If you know a guy, you know a guy.
I don't know how to reach him, so I'm gonna need someone with the spellcasting ability to send a
I have to
message
be
over.
familiar with him.
Well, I got Cat.
There you go.
Right. So, I have 3. Gray. So I can have Gray that I can send to. I have the Johnsons that I could send to. And actually 4. The Smuggler and Sharpton. And then I cannot remember his name. Or we could use what's her name? The little tiny kobold in Casino.
Oh shit.
The one who's now the leader of the clan.
Where is she? Where is she? I know who you're. I know. I just have to bring it back. Where's the last place you guys saw her? She would be on that map.
It was, I think,
pub.
the city of Casino.
I think you guys saw it at the casino.
Tilt.
Casino.
Tilt.
Tilt, yes.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite little kobold.
I know, she's so sweet.
Oh yeah, that one.
To the Johnsons, because there's so many, I'm just gonna give you the gist of what I'm trying to say, right? That Catherine is willing to pay very handsomely for any extra crops that they can provide. Doing so in the name of, in generosity of Lyra herself. To the guy in Sharpton, it's that there is a good opportunity for a black market setup, where he could both officially provide and then provide more on the side, because I'm sure the Spaldings will want it. To Gray, she will say that the disease itself is ravaging it will ravage here if we are not able to adequately feed people, and that she is willing to meet her tomorrow by means of teleportation circle. And the same to Tilt, in that she can meet tomorrow, and if there are any priests who are willing to provide help, that she will teleport everyone back to Spalding.
Okay.
I know Monkey's not here, but Glenn would mention that. I remember Monkey saying that he had a temple back in Casino. Maybe you get some of his people to come over too.
I will, while I am there, I will certainly pick them up.
And Monkey, if you want to be coming back in during that part, just so you're aware.
Do I?
I don't know.
I mean, even if he didn't, Glenn would have mentioned to it once we
I'll,
left.
I'll wait. I'll wait for Glenn. I'm still outside.
Okay.
I'm still now. At this point, I've relieved myself, and now I'm just gonna kick up back underneath a tree with my hat. Got a little cloud next to me. I kind of put my arm around.
A different tree, right?
Different tree. Yeah.
Okay.
The other side of the tree.
Oh.
Not the
Hope there wasn't
different
a
tree.
splash zone.
No. Yeah. So yeah, different tree. Kicking back, leaning back against it. Maybe got a piece, something I'm chewing on, and got cloud under my arm, giving him little scritches and giving them little scritches, and just kind of cuddling up and just enjoying the day.
So, Kat, in order of your replies, yeah, we'll get everything we can together and bring it on out there for everybody. We'll gladly be of help. Will probably take us about 4 days to get there. Next reply. I need somebody who belongs to the Spalding family as a contact, and I'll need somebody else outside of the family as a contact. That is all that I want as payment, and I will generously bring forth food at cost for the population. Being the halfling. Next up, Gray. Shit. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I'll come help. Fucking Spaldings. And then the last one is Tilt. Yeah. I'm so. I'll get as many people as I can. Alrighty. I'll, of course, will send out word over to... Well, our closest neighbor would be Latoti. I'll send word to Latoti. And then get a couple of ships sent over to the other side to pick up whatever they can bring. And I will also send word to the church in Alona to send out some representatives to assist us as well. Good. Now, upon arrival of your individuals, if they are able to indeed assist us in what it is we are trying to do, the church will owe you a large favor. Thank you.
It is, not necessarily just for the church.
Of course.
The people themselves should not have to suffer for, deities infighting.
Of course. The priest will then look over at you, Reese.
Trying to figure out what I'm gonna say to these people. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I've been like,
you're thinking.
yeah, because it's Roscoe, right? It's Roscoe and Devon, right? Because I have him.
Devon, yeah.
Yeah, Devon. I have him as one of the people. So he said he wanted the Burden District. Yeah, he wanted the Burden District, and what else?
Laborers District, Burden District, and Gospels Pass.
Gospels Pass. So if I'm right, so George is just in charge of the mines.
Correct.
Clark is the guy that
Laborers.
was laborers. Okay. Roscoe is, I don't know who, he's one of the ones I have a question mark on because I didn't put his name.
Let's see. Roscoe's shipping.
Shipping.
Oh,
Okay.
Clark would be burdened then if Roscoe is shipping.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then Patience is the Gladiators and Debt Collection, so the Burden District.
Yeah. And then yeah, so I'll send a message to all three of them, basically saying the same thing, because they wanted all the crops in the burden districts to be sent directly to the church, right?
Yes. All currently shipping food that came from the city should be sent to Gospels Pass. They want
Okay.
all of the crops in the Burden District to be completely destroyed. Or they're going to be doing this, is what he said. Tell them. It's not a, hey, can we? It's, no, we're doing this. We're giving you a heads up. As well as anything that was being shipped out at the docks being stopped and then brought over to the Gospels Pass. All food in circulation needs to be checked as well.
And Catherine will very quietly whisper to this priest as priest is starting to make all the contact with everyone. You may want to have such activities supervised as well. Understanding who these Spaldings are, there are some who might want to cut some off the top, and then you would have to you would have bits and pieces that would leak out.
Reese, addendum.
Yes. Okay.
Make sure they remember who you are when you
Of
make
course.
these demands.
Sure. I have some dust of a former heart I crushed that was Spalding's. I'll send it to all of them.
Good.
Yes.
And also, he will roll back his sleeve, and you see that there are 9 different imp tattoos across his forearm, and he just bites his finger and runs blood across all 9, and 9 imps appear around him.
Okay. I send it out to all three. Basically, it's going to be the same message, give or take.
I usually only see this trick done with parrots,
I
as they're all
need-
just sitting on them.
I need All food sources in Spalding circulated through the Church of Asmodeus in Gospel Pass. This will happen. The crops. Give me a second. I have 4 more words. Will be sorted. Understand. There you go.
The first one comes back. No, I don't understand. But you want me to send all the food through the church first? Fine, whatever. Favor's done. Next one will
Okay.
reply. I would really appreciate more information being brought forth about all of this, but sure, I mean, concerning crops will be sorted, I don't know.
Okay.
The third one does not reply.
I send another sending to patients. Acknowledge. May I remind you of Martin Spalding. You are not above my power and what I willed. I know who's close to you. And consequences have actions. Or actions have consequences. There you go.
I mean both.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it the other way.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
out
whatever.
there.
Intimidation roll, please.
Yes. I'm going to use my in-game inspiration for this.
Go for it.
Hot damn. Uh, 20.
Alrighty. I was just sleeping. Sorry. Yeah, sure. I'll get on it now. Sorry.
I look at everyone and I go, we're good. They understand. And then I tell Roscoe too. I have one more spell slot to do it. Watch what you say to me. Remember what I do for you. It would be a shame if something happened and I didn't bring you back. Understand?
Of course, Reese. Yes.
Let everyone
These
know. It's done.
These
sorry?
folks are taking so dang long. I've left my tree and I got on cloud. And y'all remember back that when I had Gabrielle looking for a forge for me that I could go use and do some smithing. So I'm gonna head that way and work on some projects.
Yep. So, after you send that out, the priest will send out different imps to go to their houses, watch to make sure that they're doing things properly. A few imps to go out to the crops to make sure nobody interjects into them. And the remaining 2 to float about the city and see what they can hear. Very good. Well then, all of you should probably rest up. Not here.
No, that's not a problem. I want to thank you for being so responsive to all of this.
This is our city. We need to make sure that it is well maintained. And of course, as unfortunate as this event is, there is means of prosperity for specific organizations. Half full and all that.
Of course.
Anyways, good evening.
And we're cleared, right? And I lift my sleeve showing the shackle tattoo from him. We're good, right?
Disappears.
Okay.
Now we are on equal footing yet again, Reese.
Yes.
Samdi, after this discussion is done, is going to waddle over to the priest we've most talked to.
Hello.
Smiling. No. Every time you do that voice, it's just like, yes, perfect. No. And I say, you wouldn't happen to have dimensional tuning forks?
Your large favored could get you one from us.
Gonna look over to Reese and openly connect to him. Hey, those large favors, they're personalized or are they overall?
Depends on how he worded it. He said you all, so I would imply that it's individual.
Correct.
And again, to Reese, is this before or after the crisis is over?
Your people have to be evaluated whether they can help or not, and once they're evaluated, if they can, your side of the contract is done.
Goody.
That's what I understood by his wording.
That is correct.
All right. Thank you, lawyer man.
No problem. There's also the implication, right? So, I mean, his implication could be
And I
different
shut
from what
off the
I'm
connection
implicating.
before he gets technical on
I'm
me.
just
One moment, let me
talking and
speak to my
still my
lawyer.
mind.
Reese.
Mm.
Goddamn, the literal rules lawyer of the party.
I mean, you allowed an Asmodee, his worshipper.
Hey, this is fun. This is fun. But anyways, as you're all leaving, or did you have more to ask him, Samdi?
I just wanted to ask him if I could know which. If it's like he can commission one for me, or is this like he'll give me one of theirs?
Oh, I could request around many different chapters of our church for specific ones, but the only two that we can offer to you from here is one to hell, and then another one to the plane of water.
So there's a tear in Samdi's eye. Oh no. Yep.
I am
It's
the
all
deep.
salt water.
I am the deep. Just
Or there's just where there's just one fire elemental just dying over and over and over again.
oh,
If I will
yeah.
make it my life's mission.
Don't
to
piss off
find him.
Tal'Dorei.
Don't,
No,
don't do it.
No, I'll make it my life's mission to find him and torment him as well.
That's a fucked up and cool story they have to tell, I think, Glenn and Reese after the session. But speaking about after the session, my food just got delivered downstairs, so I think this is a great place for us to end it. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. We'll be back again next week. We'll see you soon. Bye.